Monday, which means Monday motivation. I got some Cool Whip in my hair. I was making a dessert a while ago. Welcome in, guys. It is Monday motivation. So good to see each and every one of you. If you do not know who I am Pamela, aka Scooterrenee. I'm your host for tonight's Monday motivation, as I am for all Monday motivation. So welcome in. Good to see you guys. Make sure you do all the YouTube things. You subscribe to my channel, ring the bell for all notifications so you never miss a live or uploaded new content. Also, a thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that as well. Lots of good things that go on here. So you just never know. You never know when I'm going to do a pop-up or anything. So just make sure you have that bell mark, you're subscribed, and you won't miss a thing, hopefully. So I know YouTube is kind of touchy sometimes, but you never know. All right, guys. Welcome in. If you are new to my channel, I hope you will continue to come back. And all my OGs, welcome in. Good to see you guys as you're chatting in the chat and everything. And then, of course, the playback crew. I always got to shout out my playback crew because without you, we wouldn't be where we're at today. So thank you, guys. If you are the playback crew, let me know. Leave me a comment. I always love seeing the comments after the show. People saying, I'm the playback crew. I'm the playback. I'm the PPC. You know, whatever you want to call yourself. So let me know that you're watching. Always a great thing. It's so much better when you catch me live, but if you can't catch me live, always the playback. So, all right, guys, let's see who all is here. I know we have some trolls in here. I don't know why they are in here. If it's because ever so often I share the TikTok, and that's usually when it happens. But it could be, we crossed over a new number and subscribers, and so sometimes that happens too. The more subscribers you get, the more trolls you get. So no worries, no big deal at all whatsoever. We got DC here. I'm gonna say DC because I don't know if he wants me to say his name, but welcome in, DC. I know who you are, and that's all that matters, right? We got Susan Arrington in the house. Welcome in, Susan. So good to see you as well. Yeah, it's been a long time, right, Susan? I'm assuming you have, since you're here, you've been safe through all the storms and everything. I didn't know if they would hit where you're at or not. We got Tammy Dream Chaser in the house. Welcome in. Good to see you. Awesome, Susan. Love hearing that. Thank you, DC. Okay, I can't promise anything, DC, because usually as soon as I get done here, I'm like straight to bed. Like I'm exhausted usually. We got Lisa D in the house. Welcome in, Lisa D. I know for some reason my live chat will not pop up at times. I have to sit here and wait. That's why sometimes I'm a minute or two late because I'm waiting for live chat to pop up so I can make sure I can see both, because I keep YouTube going and StreamYard going so I don't miss anything. And plus I can kind of tell what's going on YouTube as well. So welcome in, Lisa D. So good to see you. There's Selena, my feather sister. Welcome in, Selena. I had to pull out the big guns. I texted her. I was like, I need you in here. We got Joanne here. Hello, Joanne. Good to see you, my friend. And Josie, welcome in. Good to see you. All right. I think I've got everybody. If you haven't said hello, come on in and say hello. Let me know that you're here. I always like to greet everybody before we get started. Hello, Christy. Salem's Closet's in here. Welcome in. All right. I think I've got Shelby J. Welcome in, Shelby. Getting quotes now. You go, girl. All right. So I think I've got everybody. If not, just say, hey, Scooter, you forgot me. Let me know. People will come in as they get the notification. Plus, there's so many great things going on YouTube tonight as well. The auctions and everything. I know Miss Vintage Shopkeeper Dee Dee's having her auction with her granddaughter going on. So feel free to bounce back and forth. Again, you can always catch the playback as well. Yeah, that's right. All right. So we welcome everybody and everything. I hope you all had a great weekend, maybe a busy one or a relaxing one. Either way, I just hope the weekend was good to you. Mine was super busy. I shared with y'all last week that I was going to Friday. I was going to the fair. I went to the fair with the oldest granddaughter with my oldest daughter, who's my oldest granddaughter's mama, and then Sammy, which is Emma's papa, her daddy's dad, and then Emma's friend and her great aunt, which is Sammy's sister, was all there. She lives in Alabama, so it was so good to see her. We just had a blast just hanging out and watching Emma and her friend and the aunt. All three of them rode rides. I'm still not sure about my neck, if I can handle that. I'm a year out. So, but again, I'm just like, well, I just wanted to, not take any chances. And then when I left with a funnel cake. I left with a deep fried Snickers and a caramel apple. So, granted, I had the funnel cake for Robert, and I had the deep fried Snickers and caramel apple for me. But I didn't do it all at one time, one night, guys. I did the fried Snickers, what was left, because I shared with my daughter. Had that Friday night, and then Saturday nights when I had the caramel apple slices. So, and then Saturday and Sunday we're spent up at Hometown Country Marketplace with Tammy and everybody. We had a huge event, $1 day event. We had vendors outdoors and everything. It was just a very busy, successful weekend. I can always tell when I've been super busy or if we've been really busy up at the flea market and everything. The antique store, the vintage, whatever you want to call hometown. Hometown is everything. That's all that matters. But I can always tell when we've been super busy because my feet kill me. So today was a day of recuperating. I worked from home today, rest a whole lot and everything. So let's see. Shelby says, the only thing a person can ever really do is keep moving forward, take that big leap forward without hesitation, without once looking back. Simply forget the past and forge towards the future. Yes, love it. There's my baby girl, Harley. There's my other hammer. I call Selena and Harley my hammers whenever I need them to come in the chat. So glad you are here, baby girl. All right, so tonight's episode is number 98. That means 2 more episodes to the 100th episode, guys. I mean, we're there. We're there. I can taste it. So we just got tonight, next Monday, and then celebration time after that. So we are getting closer. So tonight's topic is moving on up. Obviously, when I say that title, I can't help but sing the song from the TV show that was on way back in the day. Most of y'all will know it. Harley might not know it. Any Shelby, the younger ones, they might not remember that show. But all I can think of is that show when I say the phrase "moving on up," and it's the song that goes, "Well, we're moving on up to the east side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky." You know that one. Moving on up to the east side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Yeah, that song. Yeah, my singing is terrible. So ignore that part. But I want the jingle in y'all's head as bad as it is in my head now. So that way the rest of you can sing the song for the rest of the night, just like I will be. So, oh, you knew that song? Probably so. Yeah, probably because of me. That was one of my brother's favorite shows. One of his favorite shows. And so whenever I do think of that, I think of my brother as well. So, but the song goes on to talk about fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up the hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at the bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, that song. Yeah. I love the meaning of that song and the words of the song and everything. So tonight's topic, it is exactly about this, about moving up to the deluxe apartment in the sky and all the good things. And that is, all about what we do from here and everything. So moving on up. And tonight's positive spot quote is a very simple and short quote for you all. It is, move on up towards your destination. Just like Shelby shared a while ago about not looking, it's about forgetting the past and moving forward, right? Yes. So that's exactly it. Move on up towards your destination. So chat participation time. Chat participation time. If you are either moving on up right now or you would like to be moving on up, I want you to put a 1 in chat. Put a 1 in chat. I'll make sure y'all are listening. Y'all are hearing this. If you're just quite satisfied where you're at in life, and there's nothing wrong with that, and you don't see any point in moving on up in any aspect of your life, because we can all be moving towards something in any part of our life, I want you to put a 2 in chat. Put a 2 in chat if you're just hunky-dory, everything is just easy peasy, and you're happy where you're at in life. Nothing wrong with that. So we got 1s coming in. Like I said, that could be anything in life. It could be, I don't know, moving on up either career-wise, money-wise, financial-wise, personal goal-wise, that kind of thing. It can be anything. Joanne's at 2. Awesome, Joanne. Love it. And then we got 1s. Yes. All right. So I don't know if any of you in chat have had this experience like myself, but I have friends from all walks of life and different backgrounds and so forth. I had this one friend that I remember in particular, and she lived here in Maumelle. I wasn't living here in Maumelle just yet. And but she lived here. She had a very nice big size house. We played Bunko together. Our girls, or kids, I should say, because Shelby was going there. They all went to Arkansas Baptist and everything. But she lived here in Maumelle. I lived in West Little Rock area. But her house, like my house, was, I don't know, I don't remember what our first house was when it was built, but it was built like in the 80s, I think. And her house was built in obviously 2000s and so forth. But in my perspective, it was a very nice house. It was, nicer than what I had. My house was okay. I mean, there was really nothing wrong with it or anything, but I just viewed her house as magnificent. Like, it wasn't a mansion, but it was beautiful. And so it was one that I would think, oh, I wouldn't mind driving up to this every day. We all have different perspectives, and what we think is a step up from what we have. So what might be a step up for me might not be a step up for somebody else, or vice versa. But anyways, I wanted to have a nice house, not a mansion, but a nice house that I felt good about coming home to, and didn't mind if people came over or whatever. Not that any of my friends care what I have. They love me for me as I am, and whatever I'm in, they don't care anyways. But I cared. And so that was something for me to say. I was moving on up when we got the house that we're in now, and that we're in Maumelle and all that kind of stuff. So that was just something that was important in my perspective. It could be totally different for each and every one of you in chat. Hello, Cool Ranchers, my sister. Welcome, welcome. So, in other words, for myself, I understand that our environment that we are in and day out, it shapes everything from our drinking habits to our financial situations, of our physical appearance. And the longer we immerse ourselves in certain surroundings, the more they influence us. So again, like I said a while ago, it can be personal stuff. One of the examples the author put in the book was about the drinking habits, how her friend that lived in a different, I don't know if country or what, but anyway, she was in Spain, and her friend, I can't remember where she was at, but she went to go see her friend in Spain with those friends. She was partying it up. They were drinking every night, whatever. And the friend that she went and saw, maybe it was over in London, I don't remember. Anyways, it was more laid back. They were used to having wine on the table ever since she was a little girl. It was nothing that she even thought about. I just thought it was a great example. So, I mean, it can be different things that you have going on in your life, not just financially, which I know that's what we're here for, is the whole making money thing. So, oh, awesome, Shelby. So, like, have you ever noticed how people in a family who might not be blood related, or a husband and a wife, they start looking like each other? You know what I'm saying? Or how people start to look like their dogs, maybe. You kind of see that they've been around each other for quite some time. And anyways, or if you look, or if you're around a certain person and they say Nixon and you start saying it, I mean, I'm just saying. So, again, those kind of things influence us. Tomato, tomato, potato, potato, that kind of thing. The next one, Nixon, but those things can influence how we see things and how we are in things, and what we want in life, and so forth and so on. When it comes to money, the people and things you surround yourself have a big impact on how you perceive and feel about things. Your environment can shape your views on what is expensive or what is cheap, and what might be expensive to me might be cheap to you guys, or what might be cheap to you guys, or what might be cheap to me might be expensive to you guys. A wise or unwise purchase, how much you believe you can earn, those kind of things. It's important to recognize that these influences can affect everyone differently. So what I think might be a wise purchase, you might think, oh, that was kind of a silly purchase. Why did you even do that, Scooter? Or vice versa. I can think the exact same thing. And I think I can earn as much money as I want to earn, and you might think you're only able to earn this much. Okay, I'm just catching up with chat. Here is a sobering exercise for those of you in chat. A sobering exercise. Take the average income of the 5 people that you hang around with. What are the 5 people that you hang around with the most? What is the average income of those 5 people that you hang around the most? And you'll most likely find what yours is. I was like, how very true that is. How I feel when I'm with certain people, when I'm with my boss and people that are higher up than me, I feel totally different than I feel when I'm around my friends that I'm with, that I talk to by phone, or that I'm with in person, or here with chat. It's totally different feeling. Often without much thought, though, we unquestionably embrace our surroundings as the epitome of reality, the standard by which normal life is defined. I completely understand the importance of immersing yourself in the new environment you intend to create for yourself when upgrading your income and standard of living. I understand that. And it's a crucial step. I feel like my words are running together. Is a crucial step that not only helps break free from old habits and old beliefs and old thoughts, but it also allows the new environment to shape your new sense of normalcy. Go and soak in whatever it is that you want as your new normal. Is it a new car? Then go and test drive that car that you would love to buy. Test drive it every week if you want to. Whatever keeps it right there in front of your face. Is it new clothes? If it's new clothes, then shop in stores that you would love to shop in and try on those clothes. Is it a new house? Go through the neighborhoods you would love to live in. Maybe go to an open house or two and see what those houses look like and everything. So many different ideas that you can start immersing yourself in the life that you want to move on up in. Do you get it? So if it's a new car, go and drive that car. You might not be able to afford to get it now, but if you keep yourself surrounded by that, you're eventually going to move on up into that car. Same thing with the house, same thing with the clothes, same thing with whatever it is that you are wanting to be better at, have better at. I don't know if my words are making sense tonight or not. I kind of feel a little flustered in a way. But as energetic beings driven by emotions, it's crucial to take charge and brighten your surroundings if they bring you down. So if you're driving a clunker that you hate driving, you're embarrassed to drive, or whatever that feeling might be, go test drive that new vehicle. We talked about this in a past topic, like putting a new coat of paint on your house that you live in, that you dread driving up to, to every day, that you dread coming home to every day. Maybe start with the front of the house and paint a few, the front of your house, paint that part. Maybe it's putting a new rug in front of your door or something. There's little things that you can do to kind of brighten up whatever it is that's kind of, bringing you down. Little things can make a big difference. So you don't have to spend a lot of money or time on this. But this is an investment in you. An investment in you. If there's anything that my stepdad ever taught me, it was to invest in myself. That only I can invest in myself, and everything. So be mindful of everything in your physical environment. This will include things like the clothes you wear, the food you eat, the music you listen to. Y'all know me. I tell y'all all the time, if I'm having a bad week, if I'm kind of being depressed, a little grouchy or whatever it may be, I put on K-Love. And I tell you, it turns my thoughts around. So even the music you listen to and the places you visit, be mindful of everything that's in your physical environment. What affects you on the good end and what affects you on the bad end. Make conscious efforts to engage in activities that bring you joy, that bring you purpose in life. And then let go of anything that brings you down or doesn't excite you anymore. Yep, we can see you, or I can see you, DC. Had to go eat dinner, but here now. Good. I know it's that time. Well, it's, it's 8 here, but I know some places it's 9:26 and other places it's 7:26 and even 6:26. So I also understand how crucial it is to be mindful of the people that you surround yourself with. You deserve all the support you can get, and it's especially tough when someone close to you makes an unhelpful remark. I know everybody can feel that, right? When the person that you think you can count on, depend on, that, that brings you joy, whatever that may be, if they say a remark that's not helpful at all, it affects us. It affects us more than if some stranger off the street was to say it to us. Nothing pops our balloon of belief like the pointy pin of a pal. Nothing pops our balloon of belief like the pointy pin of a pal. Make sure you surround yourself with people who support and encourage you, not those who bring negativity into your life. That's why we got Monday Motivation. It's to bring a little bit of positive into your lives, because there's enough of negativity out there already for you. The worriers, the doubters, freakers, sad sacks, small thinkers, complainers, naysayers, whiners, the chunners, the grumpers, the scaredy cats, whatever name you want to give them. Trust me when I say these are not the people you want to surround yourself and share your dreams with. They're the last people you want to do that with, if ever. Hello, Black Widow, lurking down here. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time, right? Amen. Yes. Yes. I'm glad you're safe, Cool Ranch. Glad you're back home. Sorry, got a little clicking happy there. So all those people, those you do not need to be paying attention to or sharing your dreams with, because they're just going to pop that balloon every time. The challenge lies in upgrading your social circle. which is more complex than simply making superficial changes like some rugs or planting some plants, like I said earlier. It's a little bit more complex when you're trying to upgrade who you surround yourself with. And this can be particularly difficult if the unsupportive individuals happen to be family members. We all have those too, right? So we all have those kind of things. This can be, a mom, a dad, an uncle, an aunt, a cousin, a sister, a brother, whatever. It's a common and frustrating situation that many people face when striving for success. So if you're feeling confused or frustrated, you're not alone. Right, Selena, I know, sweetheart. Yep. So when you find yourself around friends or family members who are negative, fearful, and don't support your ass kickery, here's what you can do. 1, do not try to change them. Yeah, very, very true. The only thing I need to do. So again, do not try to change them. In fact, be encouraging to them. Do the opposite. Be encouraging to them. Love them. Offer advice when asked. Because we all should know this by now, but you can't get them to do anything unless they're willing to grow. You can't force them to do this. So if they're fearful about change for your life and their life, they will wake up when they are ready to, not when you tell them to. And second of all, just like this is your journey, it's their journey as well. Their choice on how they react and what they do with their life. So number 1, do not try to change them. And again, when you find yourself around friends or family members who are negative, fearful, and everything, number 2, lead by example. Work on yourself. Become the best that you can be instead of telling them what they should and shouldn't be doing. If they ask, how did you do it? Tell them. If they don't ask, then leave them alone. Number 3, do not share your dreams with them or the work you're doing on yourself if they've proven to you that they're not going to support you and or will fling their doubt and worry in your face. Well, you can't do that. Why are you doing that? You can't do that. What are you applying for that job for? You can't get that job. Why do you want to be around that? Why even share with them that that's what you're doing if that's the kind of comment that they're going to give you, right? So you can still love them and be with them. You just don't have to involve them in that part of your life. There are certain things that I involve people in on one part, and there's other people that I involved on another part. And there might be somebody out there that I share everything with. But there's some people that I do have to hold back a little, just because I don't need those negative comments or remarks or anything. I have to protect myself and my beliefs and what I want to do sometimes. Number 4, hang out with people who are going places, who understand and support the path you're on, who are your new tribe. I think about this when I started my reselling business and everything. I could tell Robert all day long about how I sold something on Poshmark, but he didn't get it. He didn't do this kind of thing. It didn't excite him. Crap. Now he's more involved than what he used to be, but it's still not his, excitement. It's exciting for him because it's exciting for me, and he's getting to do auctions. He gets to be a part of that part, but it's not the same thing. Just like I can talk to Cool Ranch or Selena or Josie or Unimagic or Tammy or anybody on here that's a reseller, and you get it. You get the good things and the bad things, the frustrating things and the happy things and so forth. You want to hang out with people who are in this, going places that understand and support the path that you're on, because maybe they're going through it too, and they know exactly what you're going through. Find some people like this. If you don't have any, figure it out. If you're serious about it, you will find your people. I've heard stories from some of you about having people in your life, and I've had some in mine who we love that weren't supportive of the journey that we're on. And that can be so excruciating, especially when it's the ones that you think you can depend on and you find out later that you couldn't depend on them. And that's pain that's excruciating for you. And the connection we have to them is one of the most vital things that we got. if we're growing and changing and they are not, it can be hard. I think of my first marriage, if I want to even count it as a marriage, but I think about my first one. I wanted more in life. I wanted to do more in life. I didn't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. I didn't want to be figuring out, well, am I going to get groceries or am I going to pay for light? Am I going to pay for electric? Am I going to get medication that my child needs or am I going to pay the water bill? I didn't want that life anymore. I didn't want to struggle like that anymore. And he was not that way. And so I had to make the most toughest choice of my life to let it go. Because I wanted more for myself and I really wanted more for my kids. I didn't want my kids to have to pay for what I had decided to do. I wanted them to have more. And that was important to me. But he didn't want to grow. He didn't want to learn. He didn't want to do anything. And so I had to let him go. And that's when it can be so hard. But it also releases the fear of bottom of all other fears that I'm going to be abandoned. That's the part you feel like. I felt abandoned. I felt abandoned. I didn't have a man that wanted to take care of me or the girls that we brought into this world. I felt abandoned that nobody was going to love me or my girls. Nobody was going to want to be married to me and my two girls. Nobody's going to want to take on my baggage that I had. And then I found the most incredible man of all. But during that time you're going through with it, you're going to hit that fear, the bottom of all fears, that you're going to be abandoned, and nobody wants to be abandoned, right? I don't know about you, but I just got chills just saying all that because that's such a deep thing in me. Hey, Aisha. Right, Selena? Yes. But the truth is, if we're going to grow and fully blossom into who we truly are, you and I have to be willing to let those relationships go. And that's what I had to be willing to do. I had to be willing to let that relationship go. Oh no, here we go. Cool Ranch. Good thing Robert's a big dude with a bigger heart. He can carry your baggage, right? But an important note here, an important note for you guys when I say that. It is hard. It is so freaking hard to let those relationships go because they're so vital to us. But here's an important note when I make that statement about letting go. When I say letting go, those type of relationships, letting people go doesn't guarantee that they will leave. However, you can't hold on to your old self and relationships while striving to grow into a new version of yourself. You must choose. I love this part. You must choose. Cling and stay or grow and release. And then see if they come along for the ride. Some might come along for the ride. So just because you let go doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to leave. You might actually inspire them, encourage them, and whatever. So cling and stay or grow and release. That's your choice. Right? Hey, right, Susan? Yes. Hey, Kathy, sweet. Welcome in. Good to see you. Stop troubleshooting outcomes and denying yourself of your dreams to please others. That's a big one for me, guys. My life up until everything exploded for me in 2013, I think it was all about pleasing other people. It was never about trying to please myself or do things that I want to do, that Scooterrenee wants to do. It was about pleasing others. It was about making peace and harmony, keeping peace and harmony. But I had to let go, and that's what I chose to do, and it's changed me, I think, for a better person. But taking big leaps and pursuing what excites you is the only way to live your life fully. Focus on yourself and embrace the excitement, because not living your life to the fullest is not an option. When you succumb to fear, you are under the illusion that you can predict the future. Can't predict the future. But when you have fear, that's what you decide to do. We waste too much time allowing our fears to control us, when in reality, our fears and doubts often don't even materialize. You know what I'm talking about? When you worry about something and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to go in tomorrow and my boss is just going to chew me out because I was 5 minutes late. Oh my God, he's going to fire me. All this stuff, all these bad things. He's going to take away my bonus, whatever it may be. And then none of that ever happens, right? Maybe he talked to you, but it wasn't like he was just like screaming down your throat about why you were late and everything. Maybe he just says, hey, I noticed you were 5 minutes late. Let's try to watch the time. Maybe that's all he says. But we work ourselves up into this tizzy of these fears and doubts, and they don't even materialize. Why do we waste all that time doing that? Maintain your focus on your desires, not your fears. And then have full trust that everything will fall into place as it's meant to do. As you continue to grow and change, you will effortlessly shed the layers of your old self, allowing things of a lower nature to drop away, making ample room for things of higher nature. Lower nature, in case you didn't know, lower nature are things, peoples that you've outgrown that are not aligned with you, with who you're becoming. Doesn't mean you're suddenly above or better than anybody or anything. So remember that part. Doesn't make you, better than that or whatever. It's just you've got to be in line with a higher nature of things. And when we hang with high frequency people that will help us get rich, there are some key ways of doing this. I know I've kind of gone in the personal area and whatever, but we're going to kind of go back to what this whole book's been about making money and everything. When we hang out with high frequency people that help us to get rich, there are some key ways of doing this. Number one, they boost your energy. Think about how you feel when you just walked away from an inspirational meeting, or someone that's just on fire about their business, or they're on fire about life and everything. Think about how you feel when you walk away from that. Who you can share brilliant ideas with back and forth over lunch or dinner, or maybe at a party, or maybe it's just, sitting down for coffee, whatever. Having a blast, doing something that you love with awesome people. How do you feel? How would you feel? Does it make you want to fist pump the air and jump up and down? That's who you want to surround yourself with. High frequency people, right? Yes. Hello, Francine. Welcome in. Good to see you. So when you surround yourself with those people, they boost your energy. And then compare that to how you feel when you're hanging out with people who know nothing else but to complain and blame everything on something and say everything is impossible. It's always somebody else's fault. It's always something else's fault. It's not, they don't take it on themselves or whatever. The people who complain about things that haven't even happened yet or will happen in the future. They just constantly complain. How do you feel then? You're not going to feel that energy, right? So surround yourself with individuals whose positive energy uplifts you and empowering you to pursue financial success. That's who you want to surround yourself with. Number two key things, they strengthen your faith. They strengthen your faith. Being in the presence of confident, wealth positive individuals whom you respect grants you permission to believe in the abundance that's available to you. Regardless of how daunting a situation may appear, a supremely confident individual, unwavering in their beliefs, exudes a force of nature that can propel you to achieve great heights. Faith is contagious. Surround yourself with people who have an unwavering faith in themselves and in you. Their support will empower you to take the bold steps necessary to achieve financial success. And number three, when you surround yourself with these type of high frequency people, you they up your game. If you want to see how competitive I am, put me up against somebody on something. We would have contests in the office. I didn't realize how competitive I was until I had to, hire many people to apply for a debit card, checking account, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was back then. But anyways, I didn't realize how competitive I was until I was around that. Pamper Shelf, when I sold Pamper Shelf, I didn't realize how competitive I was until I was around other people competitive, going for the exact same apron that I wanted, which was the top seller apron. So they up your game. Healthy competition can be really motivating and uplifting. Surrounding yourself with people who bring their best can inspire you to do the same. 4, they make you mightier. Gathering with amazing people and sharing your resources, your ideas, the connections, knowledge, enthusiasm, snacks can propel everyone forward much faster than working alone. Surround yourself with generous, creative, and ambitious individuals to maximize your opportunities for success. Number 5, they celebrate who you are. We all know the stories of, who your true friends are when you are at the bottom. We all know those stories. But we also have those friends with us at the top when we're kicking booty as well. When you're trapped in a difficult situation and people come to your aid, they have a chance to feel helpful. They have a chance to save the day, to be the hero. Those friends who you have who might not be doing so great themselves, but are willing and able to selflessly cheer you on when you're totally killing it, those are the ones that you definitely need to keep. If you don't have one of these type of friends, I encourage you to find one. They make such a huge difference, and here's why. I did say kicking booty is my favorite thing to say. She really uses the other word, and I can't say that word on YouTube, or I don't try to say it often, I guess I should say. So I always like saying kicking booty. Kicking booty. Anyway. So here is why those friends make such a huge difference. Your success compels them to reflect on their lives. Surround yourself with supportive people who celebrate your victories and that has your back no matter what. So chapter 9 out of 13, which is what we're in, chapter 9, moving on up, has a success story. So let's move right along to that. I hope that you do find that these are helpful or they give you ideas. All right. So success story, if she can do it, so can you. Jill, 42, went from making an average of $2,500 a month to an average of $45,000 a month. I need to find these people to hang out with. While I was number 1 in recruiting for my direct sales company, I was making only $2,000 to $3,000 per month. I decided to start coaching direct sellers on social media strategy and now make an average of $40,000 to $50,000 per month, with growth goals to double that next year. In direct sales networking marketing, it is very easy to believe in a hoarder mentality, meaning I better hoard my knowledge, information, contacts, because if I share it, someone will compete against me. We all feel that. No. In other walks of life, not just in the selling. I teach abundance mentality. This is 100% about believing that there is enough business for all and that the universe will reward you for putting good out there. I have dozens and dozens of examples of clients who have manifested business to them based on a positive and abundance-oriented mindset, even when there are 1,000 other sellers selling the same products online. I didn't have any major fears about money. My challenges were more tactical in nature. I had ideas of how I wanted the outcome to look, but I didn't know what tools or systems I needed. I invested in a business coach and hired support staff before I was making enough money to justify it. I wanted to have the systems in place to be able to scale quickly, which I have. I'm now at the point where I will be raising my rates again at year end because I've created offerings to support the lower end of my market. I have a very tight group of friends, and they are my cheerleaders, accountability partners, and sounding board. I can name a few of you that are mine. I also meditate, read, and have been known to cry when I'm scared. Then I try to think, is this the role model I want to be for my clients? I teach a brave philosophy. In direct sales, you are competing against many others who sell the same products or services. So what will make you stand out? Being brave and different. Online, in person, with confidence and poise. Practice 20 seconds of insane bravery and amazing things will happen. Find a business coach and make the investment. Follow their advice to the letter. Change your systems. Get out of your own way and do it. My husband and I live by the belief that money doesn't make you happy. Money gives you options. So we've been able to pay off debt, travel, invest in our savings and retirement. But I don't believe money has changed us. I love that. Maurice, I love you all so much. We bring each other up and cheer each other on. Right, Lisa D? Yes. I love that I get to be a part of y'all's, you're not so good times, but I get to be a part of those when y'all have made successes, like getting a car and all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, my mouse is being a jerk. There we go. That's what I was trying to highlight. Thank you, Lisa D. I love you too. Yeah, maybe go out, come back in. Everybody else, I think, can see me. So that was the success story. Last week's money mantra, you want to stay tuned because I got something that's going to go with this. Last week's money mantra was one that I encouraged you to write down. But it was, I love money because I am a fearless, badass, money-making machine. I will use that word there because I love how it sounds. So this week's money mantra is a really good one, just like all the other ones, and the homework to make you think. So this one, I'm going to give you both of them. So the money mantra is, I love money because it makes me more of who I truly am. So number one, make a vision board, cut out pictures of places, things, experiences, types of people you're excited to experience in your new, richer life, and hang it somewhere where you'll see it often. Number two, make a list of all the things you might have to give up on your road to riches. Think of people, items, old identities, etc. If they don't bring you joy and inspiration, either get rid of them or pull back from them instead of fighting to keep them. Kind of like, what's her name? Somebody in chat will know, the lady that, that item doesn't bring you joy if it doesn't spark happiness or joy. Take a picture of it or just get rid of it, whatever. But I've heard other people say that. Take a picture of it, that because you're hanging on, it's the memories that you're hanging on to, not the item itself. But anyways, with the people in your life, start slowly and release them gently. Maybe it's about not sharing your dreams and victories with them if they can't handle it. Or maybe it's about letting go of the need to make them see things your way and trying to change them. Or maybe it's about hanging out with them less. Notice the specifics of what's not working between you and them and make some changes. This will give everyone room to be whoever they need to be in the face of your transformation, as well as free up room for high frequency people and things to come into your life. Number three, improve your environment. Pay attention to how the things you surround yourself with makes you feel. Pick at least one thing in all the following areas and upgrade in a way that gives you even more joy and energy. Your home, your car, your clothes, your general appearance, your exercise routine, the food you eat, the music you listen to, the news you pay attention to. I get tickled on that last one, the news that you pay attention to. I'm not one that follows the news at all because it got to be while I was listening to the news, because I knew exactly what time it was when I would get ready in the morning to go to work and everything. I could, even though I wasn't watching it, I was hearing it. And there was so much negativity because, news loves drama. And so they're going to focus more on that than they are the good stuff. And finally, I was just like, you know what? I've had enough. I can't be around this. So Tammy's always making fun of me. She'll say, well, did you see in the news about such? And then she'll go, no, you didn't, because you don't watch the news. Well, no, I don't, because there's a reason. If I'm happy in my own little world, in my own little bubble, and then I'm good. I don't need to know about what's going on. If it's not affecting me directly, I don't care, Number 4, make 2 new high-five friends. Get clear on the specifics of what they're like and how they make you feel, and write these down. Then, using the suggestions in this chapter, make a conscious effort to find high-frequency, wealth-conscious people to surround yourself with. Have faith and gratitude that they exist. Do everything you can think of to find them, and know that they are out there looking for you too. Right? Yes. Like, I just can't handle it, Lisa. I just can't do it. Number 5, start a mastermind group with 1 or 2 people. Meet over the phone once a week. Give each person a specific amount of time to brainstorm and focus on their goals for getting rich. 15 or 30 minutes usually, before moving on to the other person. Do this only with high-five, butt-kicking people. And then your fill in the blank is, I'm grateful to money because, well, you're grateful for money. All right. So I'm going to throw a challenge down to you guys. Those of you that wanted to do this book, and those of you that truly want to grow more and be more, if you want to, because I can't force things on those. Remember what we said earlier, I can't force it on you if you don't want to, right? But the challenge is for you to do the first thing I read after the mantra. I've talked about this several times. I've showed you mine and everything. But the challenge is for you to make a vision board. You can cut out or print out the pictures of places, things, experiences, types of people you're excited to experience in your new, richer life. You can get some magazines, newspapers, or pictures you've taken, or print out pictures from Pinterest or other website of things. Like I mentioned, y'all know that's where I got most of mine. That hangs on my vision board right over there, right in front of my shipping table, so I see it. After you get this put together, and you have, I'm going to give y'all a deadline on this. You have until the 100th episode to do this. So that's going to be the celebration episode. And where am I at my notes here? Sorry, guys. Okay, but after you have it all put together, you can send me an email with a picture of your vision board and your explanation of your board. And I'll share these at my 100th episode celebration with everyone else. Or if you want to come on when I'm doing my celebration, episode, then you can come on. You can explain your vision board that night. Still send me a picture of it before we do that, though. Send me a picture. That way I know you got one. I know you. That's why you're coming on and everything. And let me know that that you want to go live on my 100th episode, and I'll get you the link to that show. But you have to do the homework to come on. But not only do I think this would be fun to do on the 100th episode, but also encourage you to get started on what you want out of life, what you're excited about to do in life, and so forth. I never give y'all homework. I share those tidbits at the end of things that you can do and everything. And I don't know if anybody ever does it. It doesn't really matter. And this isn't technically homework. I think it's fun. I think because it's something I enjoy. But if you truly want to do a vision board and would like to share them, you can either send me a picture of it to my email with your explanation of it. If you're, don't want to go live, you don't want to be shown on camera or whatever. And I'll show the picture of it while we're live on the 100th episode, and I will share what your explanation of the board is. Or if you want to go live with me, you just send me a picture of your board and let me know that you want to go live with me on the 100th episode. So you can do that. You'll send that to Scooterrenee LLC at gmail.com. It's right there on the screen. You can't miss it. It's down in the description. You can't miss it. I give it to you guys all the time. But if that is something, if you are down for the challenge, I'm challenging you, however small, however big you want to make it, make a vision board and then send me an email with a picture of it, and then either tell me that the explanation of the board and that you don't want to go live, or that you do want to go live and save your explanation because you can explain it whenever you show it when we go live. All right. I just think it'd be fun. Y'all seen mine. It gets me excited. I love vision boards. I need vision boards in my life just so I can see what I set out to do the year before. You're on it. We'll take a minute, but you're on. Awesome. So Selena's up for the challenge. Cool Ranch is up for the challenge. Yes, definitely. Yes. Share your favorite episode you've done on. Yeah, you can share whatever your favorite episode has been out of all the 100. That has to be just these books that we covered. That's right. October 28th. So you got 2 weeks. 2 weeks to do a vision board. And of course, if there's something else you want to do, obviously I'm not going to deny you coming on. So, but anyways, that is the challenge. I would be interested in seeing what's on your vision board because everybody's vision is going to be different. I think that would be exciting. Kind of lets us know who you are as a person as well and everything, what you like in life and so forth. So, yes. John Brown, yes. You can even include that, Selena. That's my favorite thing about you. All right. So if you want that challenge, if you are down for the challenge, that's all you got to do is create a vision board, cut out pictures from magazines, newspapers, things that you can print off your computer, or whatever those other things may be. I'm sure there's other options that you can get pictures from. Words, things like that. Yes. PowerPoint. Yes. That would be awesome. Do those kind of things. And then, like I said, email it to me. Let me know. Take a picture of it, and then either A, give me an explanation of your board, and I will share your picture and share your explanation, or B, say, hey, here's my picture, but I want to go live with you on your 100th episode, and we will do it. I will send you the link. That's awesome, Shelby. Yes, that will work. That will work. All right. Thank you guys for being here tonight. As always, I hope you got something out of tonight's topic. Tomorrow night, I will not be live with Selena because I will be going live over on It's About to Get Real with Kim and everybody else over there. As you know, that's a late night auction for me, so I hope you will still join me over there. I plan to go for maybe an hour to 2 at the most because it's going to be probably midnight before I get to go to bed. So, So feel free to join me over there. It's About to Get Real's channel. And then Wednesday night, Dream Chaser Tammy and I will be live at 7:30 p.m. Central. Yeah, that's the other thing. Selena's like, no, you're not doing 2. You're not doing the double. Okay, Mom. But Tammy and I will be live Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central for an auction. And then as far as I know, Thursday night, Cool Ranch can let us know in the chat. Thursday night, Cool Ranch will be back with me at 7:30 p.m. Central. And then Selena and I will be on for an auction on Saturday with Deal or No Deal. So, again, remember to make sure you have the bell mark for all notification and that you're subscribed to my channel because you never know when I might pop up or drop a buy it now video or whatever. Don't forget the thumbs up. Please do not forget the thumbs up. I would love it. Just real quick, Cool Ranch said vision board should include things that you want to accomplish, goals that you want to reach, right? Yes. And it's not things that you got to reach in a year's time. I mean, it could be a 5-year plan, whatever. All right, guys. Let me try to get my mouse to work here. I have a wireless mouse. You would think I would go to a wire, but I've just been lazy about it. Oh, this drives me nuts. Hold on. Should do a Secret Santa for Christmas. All right. Let me know. Eventually, I will get my mouse where I need it to go. There we go. All right, guys. It's been fun. Let's start moving on up. And we'll see you at the next Monday Motivation. Let's do this thing. Good night, guys.